Hey y'all, so I have not been on YouTube in forever. I did share my birth story, but prior to that, I was supposed to upkeep with my whole journey with the Meteos, and I just kind of stopped. And I wish I didn't, but I'm back on YouTube, and I just so happened to make a content creating video today, and it kind of turned into a vlog. So I'm just gonna go ahead and share that. But I did do a rookie move. I completely forgot you have to be recording in this angle and not in an upwards motion. So you are gonna see it in a different angle, which sucks. But I really love this video and I hope you love it too. All right, this is behind the scenes of me trying to film a content video. I got this cool little tripod. I'm actually really excited to use it. Have on some Monet while I do my hair, but then also I got my assistant here. Vahala. Hi, pretty girl.
Like heavy. So like that's like no what those are your keys. Those are my girls, and like it was just crazy. Like just looking at everyone, just like comments are one thing, but I'm like seeing you in the flesh and just like the way you like just show love. I was just like feeling it. It was insane. And like
All right, so I'm constantly sharing how I have been losing a lot of hair postpartum second time around. And I've just been using a bunch of different products, trying the natural route, trying, things that target postpartum. And I haven't really had a success, but I started this new line I shared earlier, the Gotero, which are pretty much the drops that you would use. I'm using this whole line. So I have the shampoo, the deep conditioner, the treatment, and this. Which I pretty much use this every day, once a day, and I've been losing less hair. Like, this is literally, like, I am so proud of seeing this just because of the amount of hair I have been losing this time around with Valhalla. Oh my God, has been intense. Like, it has stressed me out to the point where I was crying to blink. Like, I'm gonna be bald by the time I'm become that girl again. Like, how am I gonna be that girl if I'm gonna be balding? I don't want that. So I actually am really happy about this. Okay, so I am gonna be using the Revlon dryer brush. I don't have a regular blow dryer and brush. I'm trying to get into doing like a Dominican blowout on my hair. I haven't learned yet how to do it on my own, so I'm just gonna use this simple thing. Again, I don't really have much time on my hands anyways. My kids are always like off with their naps, so I have Valhalla here still, but Emitios is napping, so I'm literally just gonna take advantage of this quick little blow dry and then style and then go from there. Okay, so my friend gave me this styling milk. I've never used this, but I actually went on TikTok and I saw really good reviews about it. Like, look at the hair loss sale. I just literally, I just ran my fingers. But again, I'm proud that it's not as much as before. Listen, a girl is getting better. All right, this is not. Oh, it smells good. Oh my God. All right, I don't know what I've been doing lately, but my skin has kind of been like breaking out a bit and it's kind of stressing me out. I also have neglected my skincare a little bit. And again, it's just, life gets crazy. I stay up late nights knowing I should not, but I stay up late nights like filming, putting together content, creating, just researching stuff, doing a little bit of homework. And then also I just stay up like reading my books, or like I'll be on a show, or I'll kind of wait for like Bling to come home, and then it kind of bites me in the ass in the morning because I'm super tired and I have like no way of really doing anything past like brushing my teeth. But yeah, I think it's just mostly that I'm not really taking care of my skin enough. I haven't been drinking enough water. All right, this is my hair blow dried. It's not the greatest. Again, my hair is recovering from the amount of hair that I've lost. It looks super flat in the front. It drives me insane. I have like, whatever, girl. I'm gonna style it anyways. I'm gonna turn into a Balami P. If you guys know me, I love hair extensions. So I got these clip-ins that I actually love them. I hear a lot of bad reviews about the Balami hair, but I think it's just, I mean, all across the board when it comes to hair extensions. If you buy hair extensions that are pre-colored, I definitely think they're not the best. I have worked with pre-colored hair and hair I have dyed myself, and honestly the hair that I dyed myself from virgin like stage all the way to like turning it blonde or, you know, brown, whatever, is the best way to go about it. People have a lot of issues with like purchasing brown blonde hair from Balami. Love Balami. My friends love Balami. I love Balami P. So we gonna get into her. All right, so these are my, I might be saying it wrong though. It might be Bellamy, whatever. I don't know, but I've had them from a long time. I wash them, decondition them, braid them, style them however I want, and I honestly love them. This is the Silk Seam collection. My friend Alexis actually put me on, so I actually really love them. When they're lightly blow dried and styled, they look so fire. It's quick and easy for me to style my hair because, you know, life is crazy. It takes me 3 hours just to leave my house. Prior to having kids, it took me like, I was always late. I was always late. Like, I never was on time for anything. And so having kids did not make it, like, it literally, oh my God, it did not make it easier. Like, I thought having kids would make me feel more responsible time-wise, and girl, I'll still be late. Bling is the one who's always on time. And he gets mad at me, knowing he's known me for years. I'm never gonna be on time, ever. As you can hear, Amy just woke up. Fahala fell asleep, so I'm gonna put her in her bed. So I kind of just like, I'm gonna leave it just like this. I'm not gonna blow dry them or anything like that, just because I'm gonna style them a little different. So as you can see, I have no hair in my brush. Just gonna comb through it. And look, like no shedding. Oh, I found one here. So it shedded a little bit, but like barely shedding with this hair. I truly, truly love it. Use your words, please. What can I help you with?
Crackers?
Crackers?
Okay.
Hold on. If it's one thing Amifios is gonna do, is ask for his snap. Like, he do not play. Actually did like a little poll box or like a little question box on IG on my mom page for a Q&A, and I haven't done it. So I'm just gonna take this time and do my Q&A. All right, so question 1 is, how did the 30 days of no screen time go? So I didn't do the full 30 days. It was just so hard. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know, before you become like a full-blown mom, or like before the baby's here, you have like these goals and expectations and standards you're gonna set for yourself. And screen time was one of those things for me. I was gonna limit it as much as I can, and I was just gonna introduce certain things just like strategically. And what I mean by that is I didn't want like fast-paced things or things that just didn't make sense for his like developmental brain at the time. But Miss Rachel, girl, Miss Rachel is my, like, she's my go-to. I love her. But anyways, so it was just really tough. Like, at one point, we were just looking back at each other like, what do we do next? Because there's only so much activities you can do throughout the day. And I'm homeschooling him. But I also have Valhalla, who has her growth spurts and, you know, everything that she's kind of going through. And then, you know, me, like, I kind of need my time. So it was really tough to do the no screen time. The only reason why I did do it, though, is because I saw a TikTok of a dad who wanted to just regulate his kids' behavior, and most of it was because he broke down why shows are paced the way they are. I'm sorry I'm looking back all the time. It's just because Milo, my dog, be plotting on Amithio's food, and Amithio's is just putting crackers on the floor. So I already know Milo's gonna try to sneak his way to eat it. I just kind of wanted to regulate Emilio's behavior a little bit because I did notice he was kind of leaning a lot into wanting to watch the TV all the time, and it went from having Miss Rachel on to having a little bit of everything on. And again, I'm still that parent or that mom who focuses heavily on, if we're gonna be watching TV, we're gonna benefit from it. All right, so second question is, since you started taking influencing seriously, how has that been going for you? So since taking it seriously, my battles have been a little form of discouragement that I feel sometimes, which is, you know, I'm kind of reaching out to brands and I'm not seeing a lot of feedback from some of them, and these are some of my dream bands to work with. So it is a bit discouraging to not get like at least a response back. Like that's honestly the littlest thing that they could do, is respond back like, hey, we're not kind of like looking for this right now, or we're not using I guess our resources for this collaboration, you know, good luck next time, or reach back us, whatever, like something, you know, kind of like sending me off. Don't give me silence. I'm also having trouble with just the time, like finding time to create, finding spaces to create with. Like there's only so much space in my apartment that I can create with, so that's another thing too. But I've noticed the world is so big, you can kind of use the space in your world. Like don't just have to be home all the time, and I'm always home, so that's probably why I felt a little bit discouraged. But I actually am going to take this to embrace the outside world more, so I'm going to take advantage of that. So I really appreciate that question, because I'm always kind of jumping back and forth with myself on what am I doing, how am I going to do it next, and when am I going to do it. So that's pretty much how content creating is going for me and influencing. Oh my god, and I forgot to mention, I invested in myself. I invested into an influencer coach, a marketing coach, and the feedback or like the knowledge that this coach has, and this coach and mentor has shared, is like, wow. She kind of like opened me up a little bit more into how I need to guide myself to get into this. Really, like they're looking for authenticity from someone they want to work with. And the one thing I do bring to my pages is the authentic shit. Like I'm very transparent on a lot of things. What I use, what are my favorites, what I did use and I didn't like about it, I ended up switching or whatever. Like, so I kind of need to like show that more with brands, so I can kind of get an audience to be impacted by my page. And girl, we gonna take off. But again, in 3 years, I have a goal that I will be working with at least 2 of my dream brands. And when I do, I'm gonna come back on here like, I love y'all, thank y'all for supporting me, because without y'all, I'm really nothing. It looks a little crazy, this part. I always have this issue. I kind of like line it up a little higher than I should, but whatever. Trust the process. Okay, third question is, how is LA going for you? Girl, I have so many mixed emotions about LA. I love LA. It's just because the amount of opportunity that is out here is endless. Like you have so much opportunity for growth as a person, as a brand, as a business. Like I think that's my favorite part about it. And of course the weather, like, and people honestly think it's only hot out here. It's very cold. It's been rainy. Oh my god, it has not stopped raining, and it's just like, I always like tell myself I'm gonna go out no matter the weather, but ain't nobody going out with this rain. Girl, bye. I'm not going nowhere. My downfall, being Dominican in LA, it is so tough, just because you want a little feel of your culture. Like I've never been somewhere where I don't have a feel of my culture, and being here has tested me. I am tired of making my own meals. Like I want to be able to go to a spot like El Valle or Típico, and what are we doing? Not your potty. We're potty training y'all, and obviously you can see he thinks the big kid toilet is a joke. I'm tired of making my own moro and pollo guisado and all of that. Like I don't want that. I want somebody else to make it for me. But there is a Dominican shorty out here. Prices are crazy, but food, worth it. Oh, the culture. I always have this battle with the natives, how I always say that there's no culture here, and some of them agree with me and some of them don't. And what I mean by that is I'm not shaming LA whatsoever, like at all. The thing that I'm talking about when I say there's no culture, like if you go to New York, you're going to New York for either the coffee, the bacon, egg, and cheese, the pizza, the Chinese food, the vibe, the corner stores, the multiple barbers. Please hold. Here it's like they're not really known for anything but bud. Like yeah, there's fire food out here, but that's about it. Like there's no culture here. But we're just gonna continue with this Q&A. So next question is this is from an old time friend. The question is, when are we gonna get Tequila Pat back? If you know me, I'm a tequila girl. I love me some tequila. You know, when you were growing up, you just drank whatever. So of course, growing up, we were drinking Henny and Hypnotic and Nuvo. Oh my God, y'all remember the Nuvo days? That was crazy. We used to just walk around drinking that. Like, what? I'm a tequila girl. I was doing tequila with everything. I was so crazy with drinking. The only way that I could drink like Moet or like anything like that, like champagne, like that, I would mix it with Patron. I was a Patron girl too. Oh my God. But I love me a good tequila night. And I don't know when you're gonna get Tequila Pat back, because being a mom is so tough to find time. But I have a couple ventures coming up and I'm excited. I can't wait to see my girls. Like I had some drinks with them. Honestly, I'm not gonna go too crazy though because I am still breastfeeding. We're gonna get her back, but I'm looking for her. I miss her. I miss me a good Tequila Pat night. I got this I got it from Amazon actually, and it was because of Carly Beeble. She actually shared this product. I'll link it. This is wow, I love it. It was only like 30 bucks, and it comes with a bunch of different sizes for the wands, which is ideal because sometimes you want to go big, sometimes you want to go like really small curls.
Do you want to say hi?
You say hi. My name's Amicio. Oh, you pooped? Miss Valhalla woke up. She is her father's twin. The next question is, how is postpartum treating you second time around? Honestly, this postpartum experience is way better than my first one. First time around with Amitheos, I was pregnant during COVID, so I kind of felt like lockdown already. Even though we planned him, like, you know, we wanted to have him at that time, it just felt like mentally, I just felt like I was boxed in. After giving birth to him, I wasn't really connecting with him at all. Like, I didn't connect with Amitheos until he was like 6 months old. So as much as I loved him and I loved the thought that he was my son, I just had no connection with him whatsoever. And it kind of looked like our days were more with me battling I don't want to say I had postpartum depression, but I would say like I had a lot of mental battles. I had so many mental battles. I had so much mental anxiety. But it was just a tough time for me, and I fought a lot with Bling, and not because I wanted to. It was just more like I felt like I wasn't understood, I wasn't heard, and even though I was heard, I just wasn't understood 100%. Like, it's just really hard for your partner to really know. Yeah, to really know how it feels, you know, like they're not a female, they didn't give birth, like it's just so much. They didn't have like a huge change. So I'm lying, they do have a huge change. So with Valhalla, it's been a bit different. You know, we live in LA, so we made a huge, you know, a huge move. Like, we don't have our village with us. So that's been something that like kind of has been weighing on us. But again, we have been trying our best to keep up with life, keep up with our family, keep up with us. So that hasn't affected us as much, but I definitely do physically and mentally, emotionally, all that. Like, I have been so much better. I'm able to like get up and leave my house whenever I want because the weather's decent. I'm not stressed about in New York. I have nowhere to go with my kids because it's super cold out. Sorry, I've been having to take a lot of stops because again, Amitheos was up. So had that maintenance guy not come right now, he still would have been sleeping and I would have been pretty much done. Valhalla, it was a bit different, and I think the only reason why was because I told myself, like, I really, you know, Bling as well, like we both spoke into existence. We did not want to go through what we went through the first time around. It was just so tough for both of us. Him, you know, emotionally, me just all over the place, and I just really did not want to experience that again. So I did work on that. I did, you know, try to manifest a really good postpartum experience this time around, but as well as like, you know, I didn't have my village like I did the first time around. I don't have my village. I am pretty much just winging life right now without family and friends around to help me raise my kids. But even though that does take like a toll on you, I have not had an issue with it entirely. Yes, I do get agitated a lot, but as a whole, my postpartum experience has been so great. Like, I don't feel down because of the amount of hormonal things that are happening with my body. I feel down because I physically just don't have family and friends around. But besides that, like, I'm good. I feel so great. Like, I feel more motivated. I actually feel like I want to get ready. I want to get cute. I never felt that with Inicios. I just wanted to go out and drink with my friends. Like, I just wanted a break. I wanted to do that because I was also working from home. So that also played a part with me feeling like I was trapped all the time. But this time around, I'm trying to still do the drinking. But I feel a little bit more courage to get myself ready to go to my little Target dates, to just do things for me. The first time around, it was really tough for me to do that. And I also think that plays a part with why I have been able to just kind of like wing this whole 2 under 2 thing so well. I didn't think I was gonna be like this good at it, but I mean, I've been kicking ass, you know. I've been doing the damn thing, so I'm really excited about that. I'm really happy about that, for myself at least, you know. And I hope that anyone else who's watching this and they're gonna transition from 1 kid to 2, I hope you kind of like experience that as well. I really don't wish postpartum depression or anything bad postpartum wise on my enemy. Like, it is such a tough thing to deal with. Even pregnancy alone, pregnancy is not all rainbows and butterflies. It's not. It's honestly a tough thing as well. Your body physically goes through so much just trying to you know, create the baby, and it's just like, wow. Pregnancy is, it's just wow, and postpartum is just wow. My one mom tip though, and I shared it the other day on my mom page, prepare for the after. Prepare for the after 100%. We're so focused on, oh my God, we're pregnant, we want to prep for it before baby, we want to prep for delivery, we want to have like X, Y, and Z experience, which I get 100%. I was that person. But had I really prepped myself for the after, I think I would not have went through what I did at all. Like, I really would have not. And I think a lot of people just, nowadays, I'm seeing a lot of people speak up, you know. But when I was, you know, a couple of days or a couple of weeks postpartum, I felt like I didn't find no page, no person talking about how I felt, how I thought, what I was going through. Like, I just felt like I was alone, and I didn't like that feeling. And that's kind of like what Mama the Modern grew from. Like, I just started expressing everything postpartum wise on my page. Once I came out publicly that I had a kid, I just started sharing everything, and I had so many messages of moms like, oh my God, yes, thank God somebody said it. Or like, they were just like, oh my God, yes, thank you for keeping it real, thank you for being transparent. And I was just like, yo, for real, because who else is gonna do it? The one thing we should be is extremely transparent with this whole thing. Next question is, I want to get to know you a little more. Who is Pat? That's a really good question, because I don't know who Pat is right now. Pat is still trying to figure out who she is. Old me was a very adventurous person. I was traveling a lot. I kind of embraced the nightlife a little more than others. I lived a fast life, I'm not gonna lie. When, you know, Bling and I really got serious, I was a party girl. I mean, he definitely was a party girl too. Yeah, I see Bling very serious, but he's a different person before me. Like, I always hear the stories and I'm like, that was my man? Like, that's crazy. But yeah, it's the same way with me. Like, I had a really fast-paced life. I loved to live in the moment. I was a party girl. I was that girl. I was that girl who would take multiple shots back to back to back. Like, ooh, salud. I was that girl, and now I'm still that girl, but she's a little different. She upgraded a little bit. She got 2 kids, a good man, and she's breastfeeding, so she can't drink as much. But listen, I'm taking a huge break. I am taking a huge break from kids. Once my kids turn like 2.5, I am going to be traveling so much. traveling so much. Like, I'm just gonna embrace the new life. Like, but as a mom, be that girl, but as a mom, I'm still gonna want to travel. I'm still gonna want to party. I want to go bar hopping. I want to do it all, girl. That's who Pat is. Pat wants to embrace this new life. Con gusto. Con gusto. And I can't wait to see me like look back and be like, damn, girl, you know, you came a long way. I really did. I was like, I battled so much first time around. Y'all don't even know. Like, I never wanna go back to that place ever. I don't. Uh-oh. How did you meet Bling? Girl, that's actually a really funny story. With Bling, I met him through like a group chat. It was like this huge WhatsApp group chat of like 50 plus people, and it used to be multiple of them. They used to like add one today, tomorrow was a new one, the day after. Oh my god, it was so many group chats. But I met him through this group chat, and it was because of like mutual friends that we had. And I always used to be like, who is this? Like, who calls himself Lord Bling? Like, apenco. He says that word. He taught me that word, apenco. I used to think it was apenco. Like, who is this and why is he calling himself Lord? So I never really like embraced like looking for him or anything like that. But yeah, so we ended up like following each other on social media, because everyone in the chat kind of like shared their social media to like, if you wanted to follow, you could follow, whatever. And then years would pass, and we would always like stay in touch in social media, like Instagram wise, and like Snapchat was like really big for us. And he would always say like, oh, you know, when you're in the city, because I lived in Mass for one point, and he would be like, oh, when you're in the city, you know, hit me up. I have, you know, this party, I'll be at this spot. And I'm like, yeah, I got you. Never would hit him up. Anytime I was in the city and I was posting I was in the city, he'd be like, oh, you here? Pull up to, you know, X, Y, and Z spot. And I'll be like, yeah, I got you. Never show up. Like, another break. So it's not to play Bling or make it seem like he's like a loser or anything like that. I would never do that. But it's just like, I never like found the interest in wanting to like pursue anything with him. And years later, I ended up, you know, we pursued, and look at me now. So many kids later, living in LA with him. It's crazy. And it's crazy because when we first started, he would always say like, oh, when you was working in Foot Locker, you could have been my wife. You could have been this. You could have been that. God, he works in mysterious ways. Let me tell you. I am very grateful. I had some, I look back at the past men that I dealt with, and I'm like, girl, what were you doing? Like, oh my God. My past relationships and my past life was wild. I definitely did have that time to make my mistakes, and the man I was with was not ideal at all, like whatsoever. I'm so glad I'm with Bling. Like, he's definitely a huge upgrade. I love the way he loves, like, you know, definitely is, you still have a lot to deal with, you know what I mean? Like, there are days where you might be off, but the way he genuinely loves, like, 100%, I'm so grateful for it, like, extremely grateful. Next question is, oh, do you have any fears? Oh my God, yes. My one fear is going full blown with this influencing thing. My biggest fear is the harsh people in this world. And, you know, you're not going to be able to please everyone. What someone might like, others might not. And that's just a given. Like, in anything in life, you're never going to always please everyone. But the way, like, these people can attack influencers, celebrities, like, I've been that person to kind of, like, what is that celebrity doing? Or what is this influencer doing? Like, I've been that person. Don't get me wrong. 100%, I've been that person. But for me, that scares me. That scares me of saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing, and being attacked. Like, oh my God, that is such a huge fear for me. And then, next question. Do you have anybody that's your muse? So my YouTuber muse has always been Nas. I love her. Like, I just, like, her growth is insane. And I have a new muse. Her name is Monet. Monet Monte. My friends actually put me on to her. I just love her. I've actually been going through her videos of like a year and older just to see like who she was before all of this, and she's still been that girl. She's still been the same girl. It's just like, it's amazing to see people like her grow. Like, I hope one day somebody looks at this video now and 5 years from now they're like, oh my god, I love the growth that she has embraced, that she's pursuing. Like, I want to be that. I love that. I just love that. I love growth. I love seeing people grow, and especially YouTubers. Like, oh my god, I love that. And I think like for style muse or like anything of that nature, Tiana Taylor, I love her. I love her. She's so fire, like so fire. Next question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I know where I see myself in 2 years. I don't know about 5 years. In 2 years though, I do see myself really getting a paid brand deal, a couple of them actually. I really am trying to embrace this whole influencer thing. I really think that I have a really good niche for it. But also my favorite part is, girl, well, okay, I love this wand. It just be given. But also like I see properties with my family. I see traveling. I really want to do, since my kids are so young, I want them to learn about cultures while traveling. Like I don't want to talk about my kids. I don't want to talk about Mexico with my kids in a book. I want to bring the book to Mexico and we talk about it. I'm gonna look back at this video while I'm editing it and I'm just gonna be like, girl, your life is intense. Because the amount of stops I've had to make and the background noise, it's just so funny, yo. Like when you have kids, what is peace? What is that? No one knows. Because I don't know what peace is. Oh, do you see like the clip is a little loose? People do clip-ons. They do the whole like taking a piece or like braiding it, twisting it, just for things like this. See what? What do you want me to see? Okay, let me go see. This is what I mean about the content, the time. Y'all, I'm gonna see Beyonce in August and I'm so excited. Yeah, mommy. So breastfeeding for me this time around has been way easier. I'm so grateful. I have been able to donate milk to multiple families, like over 1,000, almost 2,000 ounces to families. That is amazing. That is huge for me. Like, huge. You don't even understand. Like, I am just so proud of being able to do that. Una lechera que soy, but it's crazy. Like, I am so proud of that. So I'm gonna use this. I don't know how to pronounce it. Jisoo. I don't know. It's a hair perfume though. It smells so good. Make it more popping. Oh, that smells fire. I want to save it up. I do not want to keep using that. So, love. So good. Oh my god, y'all. Look at my nails. Don't look at this hand because there's no design. But I did my nails on my own. What is it giving? Shit, I hope to do more Q&As in the future. But this hair though, they should work with me. Because the way I made this hair look popping. But thank you guys for joining me for this video. It went from doing a get ready with me, doing my hair, to a whole mini vlog. So comment below what you want to see more of, like more content with my kids, my daily life, my get ready with me, more Q&As. Yeah. All right, that's a wrap.